Is your data in the cloud? No, not is your head in the cloud. Is your data in the cloud? And if it isn't, do you know where it is? Welcome back to Mackie Tech, everybody. Your home for IT solutions. Today, we're going to be delving into cloud services, cloud backup, and cloud storage. First, what is the cloud? Well, the cloud is essentially a slang term that came about during the infancy of the internet when computer engineers and nerds were trying to illustrate how computers talk to one another with little arrows pointing to nebulous clouds on dry erase boards, and that kind of stuck. It fits today because you have your cloud backup and your cloud storage, as I mentioned before, but they're very different. Cloud storage is essentially your Google Drives, your OneDrive, your iCloud, which is Apple's version, and it's essentially for file syncing, whereas cloud backup is more of an archive. Backup is where you want to store probably your most important information that you don't want to change or you're not going to be changing anytime soon. Maybe your taxes or perhaps stuff that, deeds for the house, stuff you want to archive. And cloud storage is, again, something that is more of a file sync process. So if it gives you the ability to have the file on many different computers or devices, because you can have it on your iPhone, you can have it on your tablet, you can have it on your Android phone, and as many different computers as you want. And that's what you're really paying for when you break them down. So why don't we take a look at some options with respect to cloud backup and cloud storage so we can determine what might work best for your needs if you have file syncing needs or file backup needs. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare some cloud backup options. Again, cloud backup is going to be an archive. So these are going to be files and data that you don't normally access or maybe you don't change much. We're going to start with Carbonate, and then we're going to talk about iDrive, which I personally use, and we're going to talk about Backblaze. Carbonate, they have a basic plan which starts at $95.99 a year, and then they have unlimited storage with this plan. The only caveat is it's only for one user or one computer. By user, I mean account. So you'd have to create multiple accounts for other family members or other users that you need. Carbonate, I believe, has a promotion right now on their website, so you might want to go check that out. I think it's 40% off. So that's Carbonate. That's the basic plan. That's $95.99 a year. Next option is iDrive, and this is the one that I personally use. iDrive, their plan is called Personal, and they also offer $99.99 a year. They have a 5 terabyte storage plan. But the good thing about iDrive is that you can use it on as many computers as you wish under one user account. So I like it because I can use it on multiple computers in my home, and I have tons of computers. So it's very handy for me. They also have a promotion. iDrive always has some sort of promotion. They have, I think right now there's one for $65 for the first year, and then each year after that it's $99. iDrive also has a option where they will ship you, snail mail you a hard drive so you can back up all of your data. One of the challenges you'll have is if you're backing up 5 terabytes worth of storage, that's going to be pretty difficult to upload to the internet. That's going to take a ridiculous amount of time. That's not going to be practical. And then we have Backblaze. Backblaze is going to be your next option, and Backblaze and Carbonate are probably the better known of the three, at least in my experience. I always see advertisements for them. And Backblaze is very similar to Carbonate in terms of its offerings, but it also has a personal account, and that's for $99 a year, and I'm sure they have some sort of promo. And that's going to be unlimited storage, and that's going to be on one computer and one user. So make sure you check these out online. There are a lot of really good reviews. PC Mag just did a review for 2024 on different cloud backup options, so be sure to check that out. I'll also link that in the description. They reviewed a whole number of these, and there's hundreds of different options out there. These are just 3 that I grabbed just to give you an idea of what's out there, but you want to do your own research based on your needs. And you can always ask me questions. I do offer as an offering to my IT services. Okay, so let's take a look at how to configure one of these cloud storage services. I already have OneDrive installed. Let's go ahead and do Google Drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a browser, happens to be Google Chrome, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Gmail, and I'm going to sign into my Gmail account. I'm going to sign into my Mackie Tech 1. Now that I'm logged in, I'm going to go over to this little Google Apps over on the far right here. I'm going to click on Drive. And I have, you can see right up here, upper left-hand corner has the Google Drive icon. So we're going to go down to the bottom left here where it says Get Drive for Desktop. Download Drive for Desktop. And it's going to ask me where I want to put it. I'm going to click on the desktop and click on Save. Now I'm going to minimize the browser. And here is the setup option. I'm going to double click on that. And it's going to take me through the installer. I'm going to say yes. And then it's going to ask me, do I want to add the application shortcut to the desktop? We'll let that install. And welcome to Google Drive. Okay, now that we have Google Drive installed, let's give it a test run. So here I create a folder on my desktop called Mackie Tech. We're going to go over to Google Drive. So we're going to go down to the bottom right here and click on Google Drive. And then we'll right click on it and then go up to this little wheel here. And then go to Preferences. And here we are. This is on my laptop here. I can add another folder if I wish. Here is the folder that we were just looking at on the desktop, and you can see black indication below it where it says that folder actually is on my hard drive for anybody that is interested. And I'm going to click on that, and right now you can see that the settings are set up so it says upload all files and folders, including photos and videos. If you edit or remove these files, they will be automatically synced. So I'm going to click on Done. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to close that for now. So what I'm going to do is give it a little bit of a test run. I'm going to go click on Start, and let's go to Notepad, open that up, and oh, hey, I already have one in here. This is a test of Google Drive. Now we'll notice that we don't have anything in the folder right now. It's completely empty. So let's go back up to our test, open that back up. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to put it right in Mackie Tech right here, and it's a document. I'm just going to put Google Test. I can spell, and then save. All right. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to open up my browser again. And you can see right here, there's nothing in the folder. I'm going to go back a couple steps. I'm in the Google Drive folder right now. This is one I put on the other day, and here's on my laptop. So I'm going to click on the laptop, and I have my folder, my Mackie Tech folder here. I'm going to double click on that, and yay, there is the file that we just added. So it's instantaneous. It doesn't take but a couple seconds, depending on how big the file is and how big the data is. Anything you throw in there will be automatically synced up. So I can also, from here, I can right click on these little three dots. I'm going to go down to, I can open it with other documents within Google Drive, but I can do all sorts of things with here. I can share it with other people. I can create a link. I can click on share, and then it'll ask me for an email address. I can make a copy of it. I can rename it, and I can download it. I can also move it to trash. And Google Drive actually has like a recycle bin or a trash bin you can use, so you don't, it's not hard, it's not easy, I should say, to delete things permanently. You just have to be careful. So I'm going to go ahead and click on rename just to see what happens, and say this is going to be renamed. And again, I can't spell. It's my fat fingers. Okay. So now that we've renamed it, now let's minimize this. Go back in the Mackie Tech folder and see it's already done. So it's pretty quick. So today on Mackie Tech, we talked about backup. We talked about strategies for safeguarding your data in the cloud. We talked about backup storage, which is a way to synchronize your important files between multiple devices. And we talked about cloud backup, which is a way to more archive your data. Next week, we're going to be talking about password managers. And as a sort of a continuation of this, but this is going to be more to safeguard your data from those prying eyes that are trying to access it. And it's a way so you can make sure your data is safe. If you found today's information useful, please subscribe to Mackie Tech and like this video, and please provide any comments or elaborations or constructive criticisms that you might have. I would really appreciate it. If you happen to have a home IT project that you're working on that you need assistance with, please go to mackietech.org. I'll put the link here in the bottom and in the description, so you can go on the website and click on the Hire Us button, and we do offer free consultations via web or on site, provided that you're in the area. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.